Hey chickies, well, a massive big happy New Year's to all of you. I hope you had a wonderful time, obviously a safe time, but a wonderful time nonetheless. So today we are doing our very first mani for 2017. Yes, technically I did do the mani itself in 2016, but not posting it till 2017, and with a really good reason, because I am using Kester Black's collaboration with Pantone, using their gorgeous, really beautiful, and I am not a green kind of person, but I was really happy with this shade. I was actually really happy when Pantone announced the color of the year, and it's called Greenery, and this polish is divine. It is just so beautiful, so I decided to do two looks with it, and I really hope you like it. Let's get into it. Sorry for the massive long intro, but well, this is what you get over here. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm using Greenery by Kester Black, which is a collaboration shade with Pantone, and oh my god, it's such a lovely creamy green polish. The other polish that I'll be using is Kester Black's French White, a beautiful white nail polish. It's good. Trust me, it's good. It's really good. Opaque in two coats. Okay, so for the first look, we're going to start off by painting 3 of my nails with Greenery. Yes, it is a cream polish, but it will require 2 to 3 very thin coats to make it completely opaque. But my gosh, it is worth it. Next, on my middle nail, I'm going to paint 2 coats of French White, and that will be the base for the actual nail art. Now for the nail art, I'm going to paint a pine forest. So basically the whole point of this mani is to have green trees that are in the distance and close up. So to get the ones that are in the distance, you have to make them a little bit lighter. So I'm going to do 2 drops of white with 1 drop of green, and then mix that together. That will give me my lightest shade of green, and then we're going to paint some little pine trees. Now this doesn't have, and actually it's important that it's not super duper neat. You don't want it to be super duper neat. Now on this particular nail, I think I did 2 or 3, yeah, 3 of these little pine trees, and these are the background pine trees. So you don't want to make them too short. You want a couple of them to be kind of tall-ish, so that they won't get drowned out by the next lot of sorry, I'm rambling, the next lot of pine trees, and then the last lot of pine trees, which will be the actually darkest ones, because the darkest ones are at the front, the lightest ones are at the back. Hope that makes sense. I think it should in the end. So you've got your first 3 pine trees done, and then we're going to mix the polish as 1 drop of white and 1 drop of green. So that'll give you your mid-range color. We're only doing 3 color strengths, or 3 color combinations, or 3 different shades of green. Yeah, that makes sense. So with these second lot, you can by all means overlap somewhat with the first lot, but you want to make sure that the first lot are still, you can still see them in the background, because that will give you your sort of optical illusion that you've got ones that are further away and ones that are closer up. And then we're going to go for our final color, which is basically just the green by itself. No mixing white with it, it's just greenery neat. And this is where we do all of the pine trees in the front, and they look like they're closer to us. Hope that makes sense. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. I really enjoyed doing this. It was so much fun. And like, to be honest, halfway, probably midway through the middle color, I was thinking, oh, maybe this is not going to work. But as soon as I put that darker green over the top and sort of overlapped it with the ones behind, still making sure I could see the ones behind, it actually really sort of came to life, and I was really, really happy with it. I was showing my kids, and I don't do that very often. I was going, look at this. Does it look like a forest? Yes, it does. Okay, good. They may have just been humouring me. That's entirely possible. And once you've completed your forest, you can go ahead and seal it all in with your favourite top coat. Of course, that is, you know, for me, it's Seche Vite, as per usual. And that's it for this one. I really hope you like it as much as I did. I was absolutely, like, literally chuffed with how it turned out. Like, I didn't want to take it off, but I knew I wanted to do another one. And speaking of that, let's get into the next one, which was really easy. So for the next one, I'm just concentrating again on the middle nail, and for this one we're just doing a very thin coat, just one coat of Greenery on the middle nail to start with. All the other nails already have it on there, I only took it off that middle nail. So next I'm going to add liquid latex to my skin. Of course I'm using Simply Peel by Bliss Kiss to protect the skin around my nails, because we're going to do a squishy squish squish on this mani, and I'm not even kidding with you. I'm not even kidding. I was floored by how this came out. I'm not joking. I was so happy. Like, I don't know why. I'm not normally a green nail polish person, but this I love so, so much. And no, they're not paying me to say that. Like, seriously, they're not. Now I'm using my squishy squish squish stamper from Uber Chic Beauty. Sorry, stuff that up. So I'm using Greenery, and then I'm also using Kester Black's white polish called French White. And we're just obviously going to splotch some mostly green onto the squishy stamper, and then we're going to literally squish that onto my nail. It's really quite simple and so easy, but my gosh, can you not already see it, how stunningly beautiful that came out. Now I had actually an idea. This wasn't supposed to be the end. This actually wasn't supposed to be the end. I'll tell you about that in a minute. As you can see, I'm just using an orange wood stick to remove some of the excess polish. You see how it's starting to flood my cuticle on around the valley around. I call it a valley, but I don't know actually what it's called. Anyway, in my head it's called a valley. Then obviously taking off the Simply Peel, and yes, I do have something to clean up, but it didn't take me very long, so that wasn't a big deal. Now, whilst I'm just doing this little bit of cleanup, because we're not doing a cleanup porn in this video, I'll just tell you, my idea initially was to paint using some black acrylic craft paint a whole heap of leaves over this nail, but there was no way that I could hide that because it's so pretty. I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I didn't. Now, also, just let you know, I forgot to film the top coating of this one, so I apologize for that in advance. I know some people might say, well, I mean, I've seen you top coat so many times, why do I need to see yet another one? But normally I do film that, so I apologize for not filming this one, but yeah, just one of those things, I guess. And that's it for these two. I really hope you liked it. I hope you loved this, especially the second one. Actually, I quite liked both of them equally, like, to be honest. I was really 100% impressed with myself. I was thinking, to be honest, pretty good for the first mani of the year, I reckon, using the colour of the year. I absolutely will be using this colour again. I'm not even joking. It might very well be one of my favourite colours of all time. I'm literally that much in love with it, and it's so weird because I am not a green polish person. I don't generally like green polish at all. I think I, in the past, have had some pretty epically awful experiences with green polish, as in, if any polish is going to stain your nails, a green polish would be a pretty good one to try. And this didn't stain my nails either, by the way, just so you know. So anyway, thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. I forgot to say that in my last 2 videos, so I thought I better do it on the first one of 2017. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. You know, I eat them. I actually eat them. So give me a thumbs up. Watch my previous video. And yes, I will see you next time. Thank you so much. I'm going now. Bye.